Well, welcome back to another episode of Medtech Snapshot. With us today is Karen, President of Network Partners. Karen, welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks, Travis. Great to be here.
I'm really looking forward to getting your feedback. As we look at business, in particular, positioning projects and business opportunities with management, that whole process can be pretty tricky. So, what are your thoughts on how people can, in that particular situation, improve their chances of success?
Like the way you kind of phrase that, tricky business positioning projects, because it truly is about the business case. And as technical people, we really want to focus on the technical expertise and how it's better than current state. But if we can reframe a little bit what we're talking about, the probability of getting projects supported and funded goes up usually exponentially. So just a couple ideas maybe for your viewers today is 3 things. Always think of it and frame it up from how does this speak to the company's objectives? If the company has a key objective they're going for, let's say they want to improve the client experience in some way, and your program would reduce the number of field incidences, lead with that. Lead with that, tell me how it impacts my business, how it impacts customers. Those are the type of programs that get funded. A second area to maybe consider is what other functional areas within the company would also benefit from the outcomes of your program. Link up with them. Bolt your project perhaps onto their project that's already been approved. That's another way to kind of get into the funding game. And the third one is to really understand from an accounting or financial perspective of how the expenses will be treated. And this is really critical. And this is one of the areas from a business perspective to just understand that there's a great saying of, if you want to know how something works, follow the money. And it's great advice. So sometimes programs can be treated as a one-time cost. And the benefit of that is that it falls below the line in accounting terms, meaning it's not going to hit earnings either quarterly or annually. And if it doesn't qualify as a daily operating financial, there's typically more freedom from a budgeting and spend standpoint. So that's one way to see if it qualifies to be a one-time expense. The other way is to see if it can qualify to be capitalized. So things that can be capitalized, the cost is added to the asset, and then it's expensed over the lifetime use of the asset, and it doesn't hit the books, so to speak, in the quarter that it was incurred. And so those are some of the ways to just think about your program a little bit differently, align it with the company's objectives, bolt it onto another functional area, and understand the accounting. And to frame it up like that, hopefully that gives you some tips of how to get your critical programs funded within your organization.